It's the Lions and the Bills. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him,
here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now he's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
2nd and 10. To throw again. McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Fights loose. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Gibbs straight ahead. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Gibbs again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
To throw on 2nd down. McCarthy over the middle and complete to Addison. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Going underneath. He's got Hockenson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy, and a catch made by Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. McCarthy. That is caught by Johnson. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy to Mixon on a check down.
Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This to Laporta, right side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll set up to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Hand off now to Gibbs. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 56 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. It's Williams on the catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he's going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Back to throw. That's to the tight end, Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 12. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one caught by Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. On to Gibbs. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. No, fumble. It's out. It's loose. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. Now a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 11. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. Dancing away at the 35. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Here's the option.
Oh, heck of a move. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not the takes it inside the 40. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the fourth and final quarter.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
No question. He's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
On 1st and 10, McCarthy trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dances by at the 20. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're going to look to throw.
There's Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Off the option, here's Gibbs.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That is caught.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this run.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. Into the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.